Hey guys, welcome to Morning Glory Farmstead. My name is Lolly and this channel is all about gardening, animals, and nature. All the rescues are safe and warm and snuggling inside. It is rainy and muddy outside, and yet I still find it absolutely gorgeous. Just look at these yellow leaves that are finally falling from this tree. That is just one of the most delightful sounds in this world. Y'all, I've been feeding birds for about 9 years now, and that is a hobby that I am super passionate about, so I will definitely be doing some bird videos. Alright you guys, it is a very rainy day today. I knew it was going to rain, but it has been pouring. And there's a little bit of a break in the rain right now, so I want to show you a few things. We have had some rain today. Check out the back side of the chicken area. What a mess! I think I'm going to have to get some tubing and siphon some of that out of there. Woo! They're getting brave and coming out now. Finally a break in the rain. I actually love rain. I don't mind it at all. I'm very grateful for it because we know the earth needs it. We need it for drinking water. My green stalks are getting a good watering and things like that. I want to show y'all some footage of my green stalks. Now, I've been kind of just letting them go and do their thing so y'all could see legitimately what they're doing when I'm having temperatures that are anywhere between the 20s and the 60s. It has been crazy. We've had some days in the 30s and below. We've had a couple nights where it was like 22 here. And so I've been covering them with the covers that come from GREENSTALK just to try to save them as long as I can and pushing them up against the house. But the problem has been is it's so cold that I haven't wanted to take the covers off until like noon. And then the sun has actually started to set around 4:30. It starts getting a little bit dusky in their shadows. So they're not getting near the light that they usually do. So some of them have really been off to a slow start, like the giant noble spinach. It's growing, but I'm sure that it would grow a lot faster if it was just a little bit warmer. But these temps have been crazy, so I'm surprised it's growing at all. I've also got some collards that are growing that are very young, and I can't even believe that they have survived these cold temps, you guys. They're still pretty small. I'm just letting things go to see how long it will take before they really start wilting and just seem to not be thriving anymore. Now, the fall green stalk that I planted with you guys has a lot of greens, and I've been harvesting a ton. Now, after it was in the 20s, it would wilt. Some of those mixed lettuces and things like that started to wilt a little bit, and so I went ahead and harvested them. But I want to show y'all what it looks like now after being through many days of crazy temperature changes, not as much sun. All right, you guys can tell right off there's still a lot of greens growing. It's looking pretty good considering that it's been through several nights in the 20s, a couple tropical storms, and just crazy temperature changes. Now overall, the kale, the bok choy are doing fairly well. There's a couple leaves that have turned yellow, but it looks pretty good for the most part. A lot of the other varieties are doing well too. One of the problems was that I have been putting the cover on it and I didn't have any supports on the outside, so the cover was just kind of smashing the different greens and the lettuces. But overall, doing really well. And also, I wasn't harvesting as much as I should have, because usually what I do is I harvest some of the lettuce as it gets a little bit bigger, and then the smaller ones start growing in. And so I've left way too many on there, just trying to let you guys see how it reacted to the weather. So I'm going to start harvesting even more. What I do is I come out and I harvest at least a gallon size Ziploc bag, and I absolutely stuff it full with all of the different varieties. And I've done that a few times, but over the last week I just let it go through all the temperature changes and the bad weather just to see how it would fare. So you can see some of the lettuce is standing straight up, some of it's hanging over, but you guys can see we're about to head into December and it is still producing. So that is awesome. There's some of the bok choy looking really good. And we've got some spinach over here too. That's doing really well. And here's some more bok choy. You can see I need to harvest some so that we can make room. I really am impressed with how well this is done, considering that there's way less sunlight throughout the day, the freezing cold temps, and then also trying to balance the watering. I'm trying to water at the warmest times of the day so that it doesn't damage the plants. So here are my collards. I've got a couple different types of collard greens in here. I'm surprised they're growing at all, but I am impressed that they haven't died, being so young and tender. So just putting the cover over those and treating them the same as everything else. All right, and here is the giant noble spinach. Now I have taken some of the leaves off when they were kind of young. All of my green stalks have suffered a little bit of cat disease because I got some of this going on. Now here's the green stalk that has my German hardneck garlic, and those garlic scapes came up literally about 2.5 weeks after I planted these. And I know they say you really will see these in the springtime, a couple weeks before they're ready to harvest. But in the research that I did, it says, you know, if they've gone ahead and they come up, that they'll just die during the freeze and then they'll grow some more scapes as soon as it becomes springtime. Now these haven't died yet. I'm just kind of playing it out, waiting to see what happens. I have not covered this green stalk. I'm totally leaving it out in the elements, the freezing cold, the rain, whatever, and just kind of seeing what happens. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me on this rainy day. I hope you enjoyed hearing about some of the updates, and I'll see you real soon in the next video. Until then, y'all have a great couple of days. Bye-bye.